Yes, I said it many times already, but I love the Tesla Sundays intro. It's just this relaxing, nice, upbeat, happy intro that was my very first series here on this channel. If you like it as well, make sure to subscribe, ring the bell, and also like this episode. This would be a huge thank for me for all the work that I'm putting every single day on this channel. There was years and months without any day I not was vlogging on this channel. So since years now, or since months, you have now every single day a piece of content. And once I'm back into live streaming on YouTube, which will be the 13th of March, I will make a huge live stream, and then you will have even more content about the stock market, what's going on, what are the opportunities, what are the 10x stocks. And if you want to know the mentality and learn how to find stocks and get lifetime access to the Discord, check out x10masterclass.com, my very own course, and you can be with a community of investors to make you, especially in this kind of hard timings, exactly to know, okay, there are like-minded people out there and you know exactly what to do, because I explain this in hundreds, more than 100 never released videos. But let's dive into Tesla Sunday. So today we will talk about, obviously, the RIPELON hashtag on Twitter. Is he really dead? What happened? What was it all about? Then we will talk about the Tesla performance and why you should think long term. Then we will dive into the stock chart, and finally we will talk about Ron Barron's, the billionaire's appearance on CNBC. If you just spent a little bit time on Twitter the last couple of hours, you might have seen that on the top trending hashtags on Twitter, you have seen RIPELON. And obviously, this is like the worst case scenario of what could happen to Elon Musk, right? And if you're going here, you can see here, you know, people are writing like "Good night, King." You know, you can see here that people are worried and trying to work out if Elon Musk is actually dead, you know, and it's absolutely sad what is the reason as well. Here, for example, Grady says he died when a lithium battery exploded on him. Here's some people dancing, you know, and this is also a nice one. Charles Jesse writes, RIPELON is trending right now, and Elon Musk react with a wink of an eye. So as you can see here, obviously that's not true. What actually happened is apparently there was some explosion of the test car of the battery, and apparently we don't know the sources yet or if it's true or not, but he had to go to the hospital because of some minor hurts or casualties on his body. But you know, that's, I mean, if something would happen to Elon Musk, I mean, this would be not only a big loss for Tesla, Space, Boring Company, and all of these companies that he's working in, but also a big loss for humanity, because this guy is just a genius. He put everything always on the line on his companies, and it's just absolutely a pleasure that we have someone like him, you know, living at the same time, breathing the same air. Well, not for long, because we're going all to Mars, but we are really lucky that, you know, we lived through Steve Jobs, you know, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, all of these great people that built fantastic times. And each generation has his guys, right? If you're thinking like 100 years back, then maybe your rockstar was the Rockefeller, the oil guy that, you know, pushed this new type of technology and oil refineries and so on, and brought a big boom to the United States of America. So it's not true, he is alive, everything is good. So make sure to not believe everything what is there on the internet. The internet can be a very interesting place. And at some point, I don't know if you know that, but sometimes I'm, you know, scrolling through the internet forums, you know, Reddit, everything, just for a research period. And then, you know, I'm gliding into this madness of the internet with memes and everything. And at some point I always say, you know, well, that's enough internet for me. However, let's dive real quick to the sponsor of today's episode. The financial markets are absolutely hot right now, all right? And if you're thinking about the financial markets 2021, I want to emphasize the traditional part of it, which is gold, and also the new part, which is crypto. And let me tell you, there is a new project called the GCGC project that I would like to introduce you to, because they are having a very important mission to combine both worlds. And let us dive into this new DeFi platform with many advantages and maybe a chance for you to be on something early again. So there's two native tokens in this ecosystem, all right? So you have GCT, which is the governing and staking option of the blockchain itself, and then you have GCD, which is the stablecoin. Now, if you're asking myself, what is a stablecoin? Let me explain, because it's something interesting. So a stablecoin actually have a backing of the holdings of something that has value, and in this case it's gold mines, right? They have already gold mines in Chile and they are adding more around the world. But this is not all. The transaction time is almost immediately and the fees are absolutely ultra low. So make sure to check them out, because they have stacking options, they have lock-up options where you can get more and more tokens as longer you keep them with them. And then there is the very easy question to answer: how to get those? Well, you just get your phone, you open a wallet, and it's done. So you can see how easy it is, and even when you use as referral Wolf of Dubai, you get 5% more. So check it out and let me know in the comments when it's done. What the turbulent times we are in. Inflation, bond yields, the Fed not saying anything, and Tesla stock just dropped to an amazing price, okay? Before we diving into the stock chart, which we will do after that, I want to show you guys why I always preach to go long term, all right? So let's have a look what happened actually in the last months, okay, of Tesla stock through the overall market weakness. So you can see here at the highest point on the 8th of February was $868. Now you must thinking, I wish I have sold there and bought back almost, 30% or more than 30% lower. And if you consider the deepest dive on Friday, we could even got the Tesla shares 37%. Now the question is Tesla share or the company 37% less successful, less growth, less valuable? Absolutely not. In fact, over the months, every month Tesla gets better and better and better. So you can imagine here that you're getting a double effect. Not only that the company gets better, but the stock price gets lower. So it's a fantastic time to buy with a market cap of $573 billion. If you consider that they did just over $30 billion, that's a very interesting PS ratio of 20, around 20 right now. And it was 40, so we halved that. So as you can see here, because of the fear of inflation and the overall overheating of the market, you see that sell-off. And obviously, algorithms get triggered, people get triggered, retail investors get triggered, and all of those people are selling. And if you're thinking long-term, then exactly those situations are there to make us real good money. Because think about that, if it goes back to almost 900, then you can make over 60% profit, okay? If a stock drops 30%, you approximately do 60% when it's going to the same place where it was, right? Let's say you have a $100 stock, it drops 50% and you add 50 now, you lost 50%, but if it's go from 50 to 100 or back to 100, you are gaining 100%. And that's the beauty about buying and dollar cost averaging, okay? And if you're looking just to the last week alone, we lost about 14%. So in the end of the day, I think it's a fantastic time to buy more. Basically, nothing changed fundamentally on the company, okay? The overall market, maybe it's getting a little bit hot, right? I mean, everything. I mean, growth stocks, specs, Bitcoin, altcoin, NFTs, everything went absolutely crazy. And those times when it a little bit cool off are those times where you can buy in cheap and lower your cost average, which is fantastic, right? And just lean back and enjoy a Tesla colada. So on a Sunday, let's have a look into our favorite stock, Tesla, obviously. If we are looking into the chart, then you see that it doesn't look so nice. Obviously, over the last couple of days, we talked about it before, but this time we're looking into the chart and some resistance line here. So a crucial line that we are approaching now is here with 590. So 590, 587, here's a nice resistance that was built up somewhere back then. Let me just zoom out so we can have a look. It was built up somewhere here on or mid of March 2020 when we had the big crash. Now the question is if we get another big crash, right? I mean, we are approaching that levels now, and now after that resistance, if we should really break through that, the next one that is holding up here would be 474. That's actually a big one because that's the 200 moving average, and you can see also the RSI levels are quite oversold. So I don't believe we can go that low, you know, but for sure you guys know the meme, you know, I can go lower, so nobody can really tell what will happen the next days. However, I think those levels are quietly nicely holding up. And then you have another resistance that is just before that with like 500 or just below 500. Another resistance that could be here, taking into consideration is like 446, and then we have the infamous 350, but I meant this one. Let me see, 420. Where's our 420? Here, 420 would be another one. That's not quite right here. 420 would be somewhere here. So you can see here also nicely. We have some let's say room here to go back. So the question will be really, and I will try to draw here for a minute when I use that one. So we have the opportunity, either we go back here, we go like that, we go like that, or we go like that. But I think not lower than that, because I think it's just, Tesla would be so cheap that really, you know, people must think, you know, they should sell, you know, their house with the wife in it or the husband in it and put it all into Tesla, because these are great levels. I mean, those prices we have seen last in September of last year, right? So this would be absolutely crazy. So yeah, let's see how we open tomorrow. Friday was obviously not that great, but a huge recovery. So I'm pretty happy that some people, and you know, people were waiting for that, and now people are sometimes scared when it's go down. So I think here we have a great opportunity to buy in Tesla for cheap. I just absolutely love when Ron Barron is on CNBC. Not only he is a very calm guy and a billionaire, and if you're thinking whom you should listen to, those, you know, neighbors or grandmas that telling you something about the stock market what they don't know about, or those that made already billions and billions of dollars and have already a private jet. If you want to have a private jet, listen to those that have it already. So that's why I'm really look forward to see him always on CNBC, because he strengthens the whole Tesla bull case over and over again. Here's actually what he said.
And so we still own 75% of our stock. I'm hopeful we hold that for a very long, actually more than 75%, I'm hopeful that we can hold that for a number of years. I think that in 10 years, our target is $2,000 a share. And I think that could be light by maybe $500 or $1,000 a share. So we're looking for a lot more. When we started talking with you about this in 2014, when we were buying the stock, I told you that I thought that we would make at least 20 times our money. We have made 20 times. We've now made 15 or 16 times our money. I think there's another triple to go. When we were doing that, you were telling me you were skeptical. Most of my friends were skeptical. Most of my investors were, everyone was skeptical. But we persisted. And at the time we invested, it was unlikely, in most people's opinion, that electric cars were going to dominate. Now, of course, even General Motors says that by 2035, they're going to have an all-electric fleet. So it's going in this direction, and Tesla is the leader. What's interesting about
Ron,
this company?
real quickly.
Why is it interesting
now? Can I
now?
just ask? Well, no. I definitely want to hear that, but I think the headline here is that you sold some of the stock. That probably comes as a surprise to many people, especially if you think the stock is still going to continue to rise from here. Why'd you sell it?
Because it was up 20 times, and it became a very large percentage of some accounts. So I happen to own 1,115,000 shares personally. I haven't sold a single share, and I don't expect to for another 10 years. But for clients, I sold 27% of their stock, 25% of their stock. And I said that, and I told Elon that I was the last in. I bought it for all my clients first. And I said I was in 2016 when I was totally filled on the accounts that I could buy for at our firm, and I couldn't convince other people to buy more. Then I invested for my firm in this company. And I think I'm going to hold it another 10 years at least. And I told Elon that I would be the last out.
So as you can see, full commitment to Tesla with so many nice catalysts out there, full self-driving, insurance, energy, and all of these crazy things that the many small Tesla startups are working in. You get it now for a fantastic price, as we discussed, for less than $600 billion market cap. That's discount weeks, okay? This is sale, guys, okay? This is mega sale. It's not Black Friday, it's Black Tesla Sunday.